welcome to Long Beach. It is the final round of the GTO class Ford Mustang Cobra TA. A very close championship with 5 drivers having fought it out going into round number 5. We're now in round number 6. We are down to 3. Bruno leads Jakes by 3 points and Morris is down 5 points behind Jakes. Who will win this 2-race event? Sit back and enjoy the highlights of the 15-minute and the 25-minute races to see who we crown champion. Having a look at the starting lineup for this first 15-minute race, the guys have done a 15-minute qualifying. Row number 7, and we have Roy in car number 33. He starts 14th on the grid. Alongside him, a new entry all the way from Greece, we have Memo driving car number 23 in his first race here at SARCO. He starts 13th on the grid. Moving to row number 6, and we have a split affair. 12th position we see Duppy. He's driving car number 10 for Turtle Racing, and he's alongside Hamid in car number 45 from the Cape Town boys. He starts off in 11th position. Row number 5, in 10th place, Jacques in car number 11 driving for Turtle Racing. He puts himself alongside Harrod. He's in car number 32 driving for the Spartan Racing. Harrod decided to join us for a little bit of a ride and drive. Row number 4 now, in 8th position we have Ash from the Cape Town boys. He's in car number 46. He's alongside Dylan, who's driving for the Mumbers in car number 79. Dylan starts off in 7th position. Row number 3, in 6th place is Ross in car number 27 in the red and black livery. He's alongside Marius, one of our championship contenders. Marius is in car number 98 for White Knuckle Racing, and he starts off in 5th position. Row number 2 is filled by Bruno in car number 9. Bruno starts off in 4th place. I'm sure he wanted to be a little bit higher up on the grid considering he's leading this championship. He's alongside D, car number 22. D joins us for this race and he starts off in 3rd position. Row number 1, and we see Jakes in car number 8, second on the log for the championship currently. He's second on the grid and he's alongside newcomer to the series Ty. Ty's in Andrew's car driving 78 representing the Mumbers, and Ty starts off in pole position. 2 red lights, 3 red lights, green, and off they go. Bruno once again getting a great start. It looks like he might have overtaken Jakes from the start. Yes, he has. Ties into 1st place. Bruno's currently 2nd as they head down the East Shoreline Drive. Hard on the brakes into turn number 1. Bruno leads, Ty 2nd, Jakes 3rd, D, Marius, Ross. Round the fountain sector they go into turn number 4. Sorry, approaching turn number 4 now. It seems that everybody was clear coming through that turn number 1. It seems the driver's briefing before to be extremely cautious on the start has definitely worked out. The guys have listened to that and made an extremely clear getaway here off the start. Here we're chasing Ash as he goes into turn number 6, then into turn 7. Currently chasing Dylan, who's in 6th position. Around turn number 8 they go down the east side way. Coming out of turn 8, Bruno 1st, Ty 2nd, Jakes 3rd, D 4th, Marius 4th, 5th. Ross is in 6th. Looks like Ty, he's had the run onto Bruno coming down the east side way. Turning into turn number 9, Ty takes the lead. Whoa, big spin there by D. Marius gets out of the way. And it seems that Ross too, he missed the collision there. Yes, Ross is through there safely. Currently on board with our race leader Ty. Quick look at the positions. Ty leads, Bruno 2nd, Jakes is in 3rd, Marius 4th, Ross 5th, Dylan 6th, Ash is in 7th, Hamid in 8th, Duppy is 9th, Jacques 10th, D down to 11th place, Harrod in 12th position, Roy is in 13th, and Memo is in 14th. Have a look at the 2 Cape Town boys as they come around the last corner. Oh, a little touch there. Hamid going into Ash. That all seems okay now as they head down that main straight here on East Shoreline Drive. We're on lap number 3 and we see that Ross is really starting to put some pressure on Marius. Ross himself seems to have taken a little bit of damage. Marius too has got some damage. There must have been a little bit of a little bumper bashing there between the two of them, possibly something that we weren't able to see, but we'll definitely see how this race unfolds. Here we follow the Cape Town boys. We see Hamid, he's moved himself ahead of his teammate Ash. Hamid is up to 7th place, Ash is in 8th place, coming to the end of lap number 3. We see coming in the background there the two Turtle Racing guys. They two are together now. That's definitely something we haven't seen before. Coming to begin lap number 5, we see the race for 4th place is still very much on between Marius and Ross. These two have been inseparable for the last couple of laps. Just waiting to see if Ross will have a little look on the inside here coming to turn number 1. No, he doesn't. Unfortunately, he's a little bit too far away. But we'll come back to see what's happening later on. Whoa, very close there by Ross. He nearly touched the back of Marius going into the fountain area. We'll cross back shortly. Halfway through lap number 5, Ross is still chasing Marius. Big lock up there by Bruno. Coming into turn number 6, Marius has lost the rears, oversteered. That's put him back in the line. Oh my goodness, I do not know how Ross missed him. We'll take that down to 50% skill, 50% luck. Quick replay here as we see Jakes. He was exiting out of turn number 9 and he collects Roy's rear bumper, moving it out of the way for the rest of the drivers. Lacquer Jakes. Following our race leader Tyres, he laps Roy on lap number 6. Tyres in 1st place, Jakes is in 2nd, Bruno is 3rd, Ross is up to 4th, Marius down to 5th, Dylan is 6th. Hamid has got away from his partner Ash in 7th and is separated by Duppy in 8th place, Jacques in 9th, Ash is now in 10th, D down to 11th. Karot is fighting 12th place. Roy, he's in 13th place, and Memo currently in 14th. Coming near the end of lap number 6, Dylan starting to close down Marius. Marius has put it in the wall. He's gone into 9, too hot. Put in the wall and allowed an easy pass there for Dylan. Let's see Hamid, yes, he too, he's moved up into 6th place. Marius is down into 7. That mistake has definitely cost him. Here we chase Jacques from Turtle Racing. He's currently in 8th place, and you can see the time between him and his partner only 1/10 of a second. These guys are definitely keeping it consistent, keeping it off the walls, and that's exactly what you want. Nearing the end of lap number 8, Bruno is currently in 3rd place, followed closely by Ross in 4th. As I come around turn number 10 into this tight hairpin bend. Oh, a little shove there by Ross that lifted the rear. Bruno wasn't able to get the power down. Ross was able to move ahead. He's moved himself up into 3rd place as they head down East Shoreline Drive. Great side-by-side action there as they set themselves up for turn number 1. That's a little slip road in Aquarium way to set up for turn number 2. Ross has made that move stick. Here into turn number 2, tricky little section through the fountain area. Just wondering now if Bruno doesn't have any damage on that car. He seems to be battling for pace here up against Ross. Whoa, that was very close against that wall there. Shot at our leader, lap number 9. Starting lap number 10. Tars in 1st, Jake 2nd, Ross is 3rd, Bruno is 4th, Dylan 5th, Hamid is 6th, Jacques is 7th, Duppy is in 8th, Ash is 9th, D is 10th, Marius down to 11th place, having started 5th on the grid. Karot, he's in 12th, Roy's in 13th place, and Memo is in 14th place. Here we see Hamid, he's currently in 5th place. He's starting to get closer and closer to Dylan. He's reduced that gap to 2 seconds. He's hoping to make a challenge for that 5th position. Here we see Ross, he's caught himself up to Jakes. What's this? Jakes is moving to the side of the track. Not too sure what's happening there. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Here we see Jakes, he's moved over to the side of the track. Bruno has now gone through. Bruno's taken a position. Jakes has actually run out of fuel. He didn't realize how much fuel he needed for a 15-minute lap. He now loses a position to Dylan. Hamid will come past. Memo will now unlap himself. Dupi and Johan, they too will come past. Trackside, as we see Ty, he exits out of turn number 11, puts himself on Shoreline Drive. Ty will cross the line, he will win. Ross will come in second, Bruno will finish third, Dylan will finish fourth, having started seventh. Hamid a very deserved fifth place, ahead of Jacques and Johan in seventh. Ash will cross the line in eighth, Jakes will finish 9. Marius will finish 10th, D 11th, Gerard in 12th, Roy 13th, and Memo in 14th. And I'm sure that the championship hopes dashed for both Marius and Jakes. Time for race number 2. The results for both Marius and Jakes, not what they wanted, but anything can happen in this GTO class here at Long Beach. Sit back and enjoy race number 2. Race number 2, and unfortunately we lose Gerard in the qualifying. Roy will start in 13th place, Dupi will start off in 12th. Memo begins in 11th place, Jacques is in 10th, Dylan down in 9th place. The Cape Town boys alongside each other, Ash is in 8th, Hamid is in 7th. Our championship leader currently, he starts off in 6th, D is ahead of him in 5th. Second place Ross, our Scottish international, he starts off in 4th. Morris is in 3rd, Jakes is in 2nd. Looking for results, I'm sure both these guys are aching to get those points up against Bruno. And our race winner from race number 1, Ty, he'll lead us away in pole position. Waiting for the green lights. Green, and off they go. Bruno once again has a great start on the outside there of Ty. Morris having a look on the inside as they head to turn number 1. 3 wide into turn 1 they go. Ty leads. Bruno second, Jakes third, Marius fourth. Ross is in 5th place. On board with Ash into turn 3, all contact between Hamid and Dylan. Hamid unfortunately is spinning around there. Ash, he's clear through that little contact there. Here we chase D, who's chasing Ross. Ahead of Ross is Marius. Morris is in 4th place, followed by Bruno in 3rd, and then ahead is Jakes in 2nd, and Ty leads the pack. Around turn 9 they go very cleanly into this hard little braking section of 11. Tight hairpin, which brings him back around to the main straight on the actual East Shoreline Drive. They will cross the line to begin lap number 2. Very bumpy part of the section here. Hard on the brakes into turn number 1. Oh, Bruno's hit the wall. Marius has hit Bruno. Ross has hit Marius. That's a 3-car pile-up. Marius and Bruno, they seem to be away. There must definitely be damage on that car. We're going to have to go back and have a look to see exactly what happened there. Here we see on the slow-mo, Bruno's turned in a little bit too late. He unfortunately, he's hit the wall. Marius, nowhere to go. He's gone straight into Bruno. Lots of front end damage on that car. And unfortunately, Ross, he too was just too close. Was unable to get out of that himself. Big sideways slide there by D as he was trying to do that evasive driving. Yeah, we see Ross wanting to rejoin the racing line, sees some of the drivers coming by. As he joins the race, the car doesn't spin around. Dupi is unfortunately the one to help him, and that's just damaged Ross and ended his race. Very damaged looking car there by Ross as he comes out of turn number 8 and he spun it around. No downforce on that car. It's going to be extremely difficult to drive. End of lap number 2. Marius, he puts on too much power. That looks like D's been able to take that place from him. D's in 3rd, Marius is in 4th, Bruno 5th, Dylan 6th. Down the main straight, they're going to turn number 1. Everyone clear through that turn on 1 into turn 2. Oh, Bruno's definitely struggling there with that car. Dylan starting to apply pressure on Bruno as they exit out of turn number 8. You can see Dylan just got so much more straight line speed than Bruno, puts himself on the inside, and he moves up an additional position. Quick look at our leader tyres. He exits out of turn number 11. The positions are tyres first, Jakes is in second, Marius third, Dylan's up to fourth, Bruno is in fifth, Ash is sixth, Jacques is seventh, D is in eighth. Third place D as he turns into turn number 8. Oh, he's clipped the wall coming out of there. That's Marius. He moves himself up to third. Dylan goes to fourth. Bruno's fifth. That is Ash up to sixth. And seventh place goes to Jacques. Starting lap number 4. Dylan is in fourth place. He's chasing Marius in third. Up ahead, Johan and Ross about to be lapped. Marius goes through cleanly. Dupi doesn't see Dylan coming. There's contact. Dylan has spun around. That's 1, 2, 3 places he's lost. Hamid here, unfortunately, he also gets hold of Johan. D is now gone through. We're going to have a look at the positions to see what's happened. There's Ross moving over out of the way, allowing this lead pack to go past. Tyre still in first. Jakes is second. Marius third. Bruno moves up to fourth. Jacques up to fifth. D claws himself back to 7th. Dylan drops from 4th place down to 7th position. Ash is in 8th. Memo's in 9th. Hamid 10th. Ross down to 11th place. Roy, he's in 12th. And Dupi, unfortunately, he's in 13th position. Crossing the line to start lap number 5. D in 6th place. He's chasing Jacques. He's in 5th. Oh, Bruno, he's hit the wall into the braking zone. Rear comes off, rejoins the track. There's contact between him and Jacques. Jacques seems to have held that position. Coming through turn number 3. Bruno's car is extremely damaged. Just remember, he is currently leading the championship. I'm sure this is going to be a fight to the end. Can he keep this car going? Big understeer there again there by Bruno. And D makes easy pickings and he moves himself up to 5th place. Halfway through lap number 5, we see Jacques. He's gone through turn number 8. Well, D's got a great run on him as they run down east sideway. Dylan 2's got a much better drive coming out that corner than Bruno. Remember, Bruno's got a bit of damage into turn 9. D, he's moved himself up to 4th. Jacques down to 5th. Dylan, he's back to 6th place. Bruno, unfortunately, down to 7th. And around turn number 11, onto the main straight once again. Here we chase Marius. He, unfortunately, he's gone into the pits. D's gone past. Jacques gone past. Dylan's gone past. Bruno goes past. Unfortunately, Marius's race is unfortunately over, having to come into the pits to get repairs, and that too is his championship's hopes out of the window. Here we chase Dylan as he goes into turn number 4, setting himself up for 5. Ahead of him is Jacques. Jacques lost the rear. Dylan's got the power on and made that an easy overpass. Thanks very much, Jacques. Here we catch up with our 2nd place driver, Jakes. Still fighting for that championship. Unfortunately, running out of fuel in that first race. The positions on lap number 8. Tyres in 1st, Jakes 2nd, D's in 3rd, Dylan is in 4th. Jacques is in 5th, followed by Bruno in 6th. Ash is 7th. Memo up to 8th. Marius is 9th. Ross 10th. Hamid 11th. Roy is in 12th. And Dupi, he's down in 13th position. Trackside, as we see Memo, he's up to 8th place. His first SARCO event, doing extremely well here in race number 2. Little damage there on his car, but I'm sure he's absolutely loving it, loving being out here, racing with the guys from South Africa. Hope you're enjoying yourself, Memo. We're on lap number 12. Here we have Ash, followed by Bruno, approaching Roy. Roy moves to the outside. Ash should have gone the other way. That was the racing line. Whoa, that was so close. I don't know how Bruno didn't hit Ash there. But Ash has completely ruined his car. Ash should have gone to the inside there. Roy was moving to the outside. That is extremely unfortunate there. Ash was really in a great position in this race. Unlucky there, Ash. There's a shot of Jacques from Turtle Racing. He's currently in 6th place. He's being followed by Ash, who's further down the field. Big power slide there by Ash. Ooh, Jacques cuts a corner. He's hit the tires. Ash goes straight into him. Ash having just come out of the pits. Here comes Memo. Memo, he also tags Jacques as he comes out of there. Jacques looking in a great position today, and he unfortunately has put it into the wall. Not quite sure what was happening here, but Ash and Memo are fighting for position. Ash tightens his line. Memo moves to the outside. Not sure whether they both thought that the one was past the other, but they do a synchronized slide up against the wall and leaves them both in the middle of the track. Here we see Ty. He will come out of turn number 11 for the last time. Ty will cross the line to win. Jakes will come second. D will finish third. Dylan 4th. Bruno 5th. Mario 6th. Ross 7th. Jacques in 8th. Hamid 9th. Johan will finish 10th. Ash 11th. Memo will cross the line in 12th. And Roy in 13th. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you'd like to find out the final championship results, have a look at our Facebook page or our website. Those details are in the description below. We will have a new championship starting on the 10th of May, so you're able to watch all the action. If you like these videos, give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon, yos.